Something is changing at Old Trafford. For the first time in years, Manchester United look alive again. The energy, the intensity, the fight, it's all back. Under Ruben Amorim, United have found their rhythm, their confidence, and their hunger to win. Game after game, they're showing the world that the Red Devils are no longer a sleeping giant. This season, Manchester United are back. It all started after that painful 3-0 defeat to Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, a night that felt like rock bottom, when everyone thought United were finished once again. But instead of collapsing, something inside that dressing room changed. Amorim's men came out fighting, turning frustration into fuel. Since September 20th, United have gone on a remarkable run. 4 consecutive victories, including massive wins over 2 of the Premier League's top 6, Chelsea and Liverpool. And perhaps the most emotional moment came at Anfield, a ground that haunted United for years, where they finally ended the curse, beating Liverpool 2-1 in front of a stunned Kop. That performance wasn't just about revenge, it was about character, belief, and a team rediscovering what it means to wear the badge. Manchester United are still sitting in 9th place, a position far below the standards expected at the club. But after a win like this at Anfield, everything suddenly feels possible. They've just beaten the reigning champions on their own intimidating turf, and that victory will give the players a huge boost of confidence and belief that they can challenge anyone. And when you look deeper into this transformation, it all starts with one man, Ruben Amorim. The Portuguese mastermind didn't just change the team's mentality, he completely redefined the way Manchester United play football. Amorim introduced his signature 3-4-2-1 system, a setup built on balance, structure, and freedom in the final third. It gave United something they had been missing for years: identity. The back three brought stability, allowing the team to build from the back with confidence. The wing-backs added width and constant energy, stretching opponents and creating overloads in wide areas. In midfield, Amorim demanded intensity and control, turning United's double pivot into the engine of the team. And behind the striker, the 2 attacking midfielders move fluidly, linking play and pressing with relentless energy. It's true that a 4-2-3-1 might suit the players better right now, but that's not the system Amorim wants to build around. He lives and breathes his 3-4-2-1, and as long as he stays adaptable, it won't become the breaking point for United's Champions League ambitions. Because what matters most isn't the shape on the tactics board, it's the belief, discipline, and identity he's brought back to Old Trafford. But Amorim's tactical revolution wasn't the only reason behind United's resurgence. The club finally started to make smart, targeted signings, players who fit the system and the mentality he's building. One of the most notable additions was the new goalkeeper, Lamens. He's a proven shot stopper, calm under pressure, and growing more confident with the ball at his feet. In many ways, he reminds fans of David De Gea, another incredible shot stopper who was often unfairly criticized for his passing, and perhaps paired with the wrong defenders for a high defensive line. Lamens, however, looks more balanced. He commands his box with authority, reads danger early, and has that old-school keeper instinct United fans always loved. And if you ask them now whether they prefer a good ball-playing goalkeeper like Onana or a pure shot-stopper like De Gea, most would pick the latter 10 times out of 10. Because in crucial moments, when everything's on the line, it's not about fancy footwork, it's about saving the team. And that's exactly what Lamens brings back to Manchester United. Behind every confident goalkeeper, there must be a solid wall. And Amorim has finally built one. Lamens is supported by the composure of Matthijs de Ligt and the blistering pace of Luke Shaw and Lenny Yoro. This back three has transformed United's defensive identity. De Ligt brings leadership and calm, a defender who reads the game a second before everyone else. On the left, Shaw offers technical quality and versatility, seamlessly shifting between a centre-back and a wing-back role when the system demands it. And then there's Lenny Yoro, the teenage prodigy who looks far more mature than his 19 years. Composed on the ball, fearless in duels, and quick enough to cover the spaces behind, Yoro adds a level of security that United have missed for years. Together, this trio creates the perfect balance, allowing players like Harry Maguire or Lisandro Martinez to slot in when needed without disrupting the system. The mix of strength, speed, and tactical awareness means United can finally defend high, press as a unit, and recover with confidence. And if the defense is the foundation, the wings are the heartbeat of Amorim's system. In a 3-4-2-1, the wing-backs are everything. They're defenders, creators, and sometimes even forwards. On the flanks, United now have real depth and flexibility. Diogo Dalot, Noussair Mazraoui, Patrick Dorgu, and Amad Diallo, each offering a different flavor to Amorim's approach. Dalot brings consistency and work rate. Mazraoui adds technical class and composure in tight spaces. Dorgu, young and explosive, gives United that burst of pace and unpredictability in transition. And Amad Diallo, sharp, direct, and fearless, has the creativity to turn defense into attack within seconds. With options like these, Amorim can rotate seamlessly between stability and aggression, adapting his team to the flow of any match without losing shape or intensity. These wide players stretch the pitch, create overloads, and set the rhythm for everything United do going forward. When it comes to pure flair and intelligence in tight spaces, Amad Diallo stands out above the rest. He's such a finessed dribbler, smooth on the ball, calculated in every touch, and quick enough to glide past defenders before they even react. Diallo isn't just a runner, he's a connector, someone who understands when to combine, when to isolate, and when to explode into space. Played on that right touchline, he gives United a completely new dimension. His ability to stretch defenses on one side opens up the left flank for tactical variation and creativity. That's exactly where we saw Mason Mount deliver one of his finest performances of the season against Sunderland. Mount operates more as an inverted winger, drifting inside to link play and exploit half spaces rather than hugging the touchline. He's elegant on the ball, sharp in his movements, and disciplined enough to track back when needed. Amorim's system gives him the freedom to interpret that role, either as an advanced creator beside Bruno or as part of a more compact midfield trio. In fact, Bruno Fernandes could also slot into that same position if Amorim wanted to deploy a deeper double pivot or unleash the tireless box-to-box energy of Kobbie Mainoo just behind him. It's this flexibility, the ability to shift shape without losing structure, that makes Amorim's Manchester United so intriguing to watch. But right now, the bigger question in this whole equation is, why even have a left winger who isn't as direct or threatening as Amad Diallo if most of the attacking play is going to be funneled through others anyway? Sure, Mason Mount had a neat game against Sunderland, but he was still relatively anonymous in the attacking third. And that's where Amorim's secret sauce comes in this season. It's all about the chemistry, the fluid connection between Bryan Mbeumo, Benjamin Šeško, and Bruno Fernandes. These three form the heart of United's attacking mechanism. They move like a single unit, quick exchanges, short combinations, and intelligent positioning between the lines. That's what makes this new Manchester United so exciting to watch. A team capable of creating danger out of nothing and turning every touch, every pass into part of a tactical masterpiece. Bruno Fernandes wants to be on his right foot. That's where the magic happens. It's where he feels most natural, whipping crosses into the box, dictating the rhythm and threading passes that split defenses in half. And now, under Amorim, his movements have found a new purpose. With Bryan Mbeumo constantly stretching the backline and running in behind, Bruno's natural drift to the right creates a perfect balance. One player opening the space, the other exploiting it. It's a partnership built on instinct and understanding, the kind of chemistry that doesn't need words, just a glance, and the ball is already moving toward danger. Bryan Mbeumo is such a powerful runner, a dynamic, direct forward who constantly threatens defenses. Interestingly, he's a left footer playing on the right side, but that only enhances the balance of Amorim's attacking design. Mbeumo has been built to bounce off a target like Benjamin Šeško. The two new signings have already formed a solid partnership to kick off this season. Šeško's hold-up play is exceptional, perfectly complementing Mbeumo's explosive runs. Defenders naturally gravitate toward Šeško, trying to stay tight and knock him off the ball, a task that has proven incredibly difficult this season. That defensive attention frees up space for Mbeumo to sprint in behind, create his own chances, and stretch the opposition in ways that make United's attack much more dangerous. When Mbeumo runs forward, he drags defenders out of position. This creates space for Šeško to move freely inside the box. It's a perfect combo. Mbeumo's speed, Šeško's strength on the ball, and Bruno Fernandes' vision and passing. Bruno naturally moves to the right side to take advantage of these gaps, while Amad Diallo adds extra danger on the wing, making it really hard for defenses to cope. And Mason Mount, whether he plays as a midfielder or drifts wide, he helps keep the team balanced while letting creative players roam. United are not just shooting randomly, they are creating high-quality chances, and their XG proves it. 14.1 versus Arsenal's 12.1. They just haven't finished all of them yet. With Šeško, Mbeumo, Bruno, and the likes of Diallo, Cunha, and Xerxes, the goals will come as the team continues to gel. And as the season builds momentum, United faced their ultimate challenge, a trip to Anfield against Liverpool. The game started at a lightning pace. Bryan Mbeumo pounced on a loose ball, slipped past defenders, and curled a beautiful shot into the corner to give United the lead. Liverpool came back strong, and in the 78th minute, Cody Gakpo found the net to equalise. But United didn't panic. Just 6 minutes later, Harry Maguire soared above the defence to meet a perfect cross from Bruno Fernandes, heading home the winner and sending the fans into pure celebration. It was a huge moment. United finally broke the Anfield curse. The team looked confident, full of energy, and ready to take on anyone. Manchester United are back, and they showed it in style. And that's the story of United's incredible return. From dominating matches, breaking old curses, to showing grit and determination at the toughest stadiums, it's clear Manchester United are back, stronger, sharper, and ready to challenge anyone, anywhere. The team is full of energy, confidence, and belief. With players like Mbeumo, Šeško, Bruno, and Diallo leading the charge, the message is simple. This is a team that's not just back, it's unstoppable. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to get all the latest updates. Bye!